Hello, it's me Aki. Today we are gonna play the side story Venti quest. Yeah. And this story takes place after Mona's side story quest. So I will cut off most of the part and make it short so you guys can enjoy the gameplay. I know my graphics suck, but please bear with it.
看那边，看那边，他是一个人站着的吧？可他明明在跟别人说话啊！你看，他还笑了，好吓人！你以前也会做这种事吗？难道是出现了幻觉，还是说真的有那种看不见的朋友在陪你玩？幻觉？哦，那就是想象出来的朋友啦。你的幻想朋友长什么样子？给我看看。哎，难道幻想朋友在人长大以后就会消失吗？本来还想见识一下的。对了，你的哥哥也有幻想朋友吗？居然也有，这也太方便了。你有没有听过一种来自璃月的排戏？一般是4个人玩，你们2个人就能玩了。
旅行者，真巧啊，你们也在这里。
卖唱的，怎么又是你？
是因为丽莎最近做了些有趣的东西。
丽莎说的有趣，让我感觉怕怕的。
别这样评价一位淑女嘛。为了做这件有趣的东西，她可是特地从须弥弄来了一批危险材料。
你刚刚说危险了吧？
对吧？我也这么觉得。可惜丽莎自己用不了，所以我就把她借来玩了，顺便也帮她做做实验。
咦，为什么丽莎用不了？
这个嘛，该说是缺了一些自由自在的童心呢，还是因为别的什么原因呢？下次你们自己问问她就知道了。
那么，温迪你能看见的吧？快告诉我，这家伙的幻想朋友长什么样？
这个嘛，保密。总之东西已经给你了，你来试试看诺拉的幻想朋友吧。
怎么样？怎么样？能看见吗？
果然，你戴上这个以后也能看见。
可恶，我也想看，但这个探测仪的尺寸我没法戴，就靠你了。我们去看看其他人的幻想朋友都长什么样吧。花店的弗罗拉是个给人轻飘飘印象的孩子，不知道他会不会有幻想朋友呀？
I totally forgot to change my language. Sorry about that. And do you guys notice that Chinese and English sound very same? I mean, it just feel like they are speaking in different language, but same person. For Japanese, it's totally different. They sound totally different persons. It's not like I'm saying Japanese is bad, but just saying that they are different. It's kind of impressive that English and Chinese make the sound very. I mean, it's same. You guys know that different. Okay.
Give me a better price.
Mysterious kid.
Which child shall we interrogate next?
Paimon's thinking. Oh, how about that little guy on the bridge?
That is unexpected.
Timmy's imaginary friend is a ruins guard? Paimon's freaking out right now. That thing is sure to attack us.
What say you we postpone our conversation with Timmy for the time being?
Huh? Paimon has a favorite line? Seriously? Oh, alright then. How about we explore the area ahead of us later? Children are more open-minded. Is that why they can think up all kinds of imaginary friends?
Fitting, isn't it? That the City of Freedom should be home to children with such boundless powers of imagination.
What about adults' imaginations? Let's ask some adults at the tavern.
The thing about wine is, you have to drink it at the tavern, or you miss out on half the fun.
Seems to me you'd find some way of keeping yourself amused even if you drank alone.
If I didn't know any better, I would say you're being deliberately uncivil.
Just drink responsibly on my premises, okay?
Oh, and if I did have one too many, what then? You'd throw me out along with the trash, is that it?
Throw you out?
You know, the same way you threw out Father's legacy. You sold off his mansion, or maybe you've forgotten.
I see no reason to cling to things that have outlived their purpose.
Is that so? Then I trust you were most swift indeed to part with a certain vase?
Sorry, I have no recollection.
That's odd. Because Master Diluc definitely has a vase at home. A beautiful one. Unmistakable, in fact.
Seems our suspicions were right. Grown-ups don't appear to have imaginary friends.
Like I said, a lack of childlike wonder.
So people just stop dreaming when they grow up? Okay, well, Paimon, for one, never wants to grow up.
This raises an interesting question. At what age exactly do people's imaginary friends disappear? Let's go and check. How about Ellen? Someone of her age surely must have some imagination left, don't you think?
Uh-oh. Somehow Paimon finds the idea of not being able to see Ellen's imaginary friend kinda scary. Jean? What is Jean doing here? Is Master Jean Ellen's imaginary friend? So she's so determined to become a knight that she... Okay, that's kind of weird.
Oh, hello. What are you guys doing?
Are you always training here?
You bet. Today, I heard Stanley talking about his adventures. It was incredible. It got me really pumped up. Oh, I hope I can be as outstanding as him one day.
So that you can fight shoulder to shoulder with Master Jean?
I mean, obviously I want to become a knight. And if I got to go on an adventure with Jean herself, well, even better.
Seems Ellen really looks up to Jean.
Huh, thanks! I was thinking, it's not every day I get to hang out with the honorary knight. Would you join me for some sword training? Huh, how can I smash all these training dummies at once? Nowhere to hide! So that's how to do it. I'm impressed. Oh, thank you. It's clear I still have a long way to go in my training.
So modest. I, for one, think you're quite the pro at this already.
Well, I'm exhausted from training, so clearly.
Ellen, she's our girl. If she can't do it, Hilly Churl.
Thanks. Shoot, I got so caught up here I forgot there's something I was supposed to do today. Ugh, but I'm so sore from training. I can hardly move. Honorary Knight, could you deliver a message to Jack for me? He's a friend of mine, recently started as an adventurer. We were gonna meet up tonight and discuss adventure plans. Could you let him know it'll have to be another day? If I'm not mistaken, you should find him at the Temple of the Lion. He's adventuring with Stanley today. Stanley's a truly legendary adventurer, renowned in all of Mondstadt. He once set foot in the Mare Javari. Great! Thank you so much.
The Temple of the Lion? We explored this place once before, didn't we? During the Storm Terror incident. Seems like it's now a hot spot for adventurers. That can only mean one thing. We didn't bag all the loot last time!
Probably I totally loot everything from this place. Oh man, this is my third time using the Venti. But last time was during the Storm Terror, so I couldn't actually try it. See? Let's see here his thingy here. I'm probably sure you guys already know about it. Fabonius Wobble. Okay, it's totally good for him. I mean, energy charge. You can just spam the RT. Might sound kinda weird because I'm laying around. He already got 4 constellations. So yeah. No wonder he can shoot 3 arrows. Kinda cool. Okay, let's get to the fee. Let's go. Oh.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Not to worry. Well,
I have never used his
those who
skills
wander in the dust,
like
the
this.
wind shall send soaring sky high.
Oh, I know. I see. I have to press it. Hold it. Man, this is kind of cool. If you guys wanna play this Venti, you just have to reach level 34. Oh no, I mean level 36, I think, if I remember correctly. This is level 36 story class. Yay, there's the loot.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
No. Yep, I'm level 37 right now. Right now, I mean right there. Right now, I'm just doing the voiceover, so not now. Right now, I'm almost level 40. Oh, this kind of pretty good. I mean, totally shoot 3 arrows. So good. Ouch. Damn it, these Venti is so weak. Damn it. He's so weak. Even though this is his floor. So weak. Damn. Oh dude. Hi. My kitchen is much better. Okay. Totally. This feels so damn weak. I know my graphic and my phone can handle it, probably. Right now my phone is not in good condition. Just my screen is coming off, and yes, screen is coming off. Maybe because I have been using this for so long, probably because of that. I've been using this for about 3 or 4 years now. No wonder it's coming off. I mean, the battery is still good. Just definitely. Oh man, it's kind of. I only have this. If my phone can't use anymore, if I can use my phone anymore, I won't be probably able to upload any video anymore. Yeah. Plus, looting is top priority.
I was so sure I was about to die.
To be fair, that could have gone either way. So, you must be Jack the Adventurer, I assume?
Yes. Who are you?
Actually, we came looking for you.
Ellen has a message for you. She said she won't be able to join you today to plan out your next adventure together. She'll join you some other time.
Oh, I see. I feel bad you had to come all this way to find me, and then had to rescue me.
Huh? I don't see what all the fuss is about. It was nothing that I, Stanley, couldn't have dealt with by myself.
Whoa! You are Stanley? You are that legendary adventurer? Renowned in all of Mondstadt? Who once set foot in the Mare Javari?
The very same.
I must say, it's an honor to meet one as legendary as yourself. Well then, how would everyone like to proceed? Head back or head further inside?
In which case, why head back now?
Okay, motion passed by unanimous consent. Let's head further in.
So, I'm guessing you mostly came here because you want to hear my adventure stories. Am I right?
No, we really were just looking for Jack.
What? Do you know who I am? I am Stanley, renowned adventurer of Mondstadt.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Well, your attitude says maybe you don't got that. I am Stanley, the living legend. Stanley who braved the Mare Javari.
Enough already! Ugh. Stop name-dropping yourself every time you open your mouth!
It's true, though. Stanley is the most amazing guy.
Well, Jack will listen, won't you? Now, where was I?
You and your partner reached the Mare Javari, a famously terrifying place with not a wisp of wind.
Precisely! There was a deathly silence in the air. A sea of ashes stretched out before us, as far as the eye could see. The Mare Javari. Suddenly, my partner was caught in a whirlpool whipped up by an evil beast. Luckily, I managed to grab hold of him just in time. Sadly, with a gentle breeze carried away the tears welling up in my eyes.
That poor guy. How could that happen?
Jack, you can't cry so easily if you want to be a great adventurer.
I know. Because an adventurer's proudest achievement is to die in the course of their final adventure. But whatever happens, no adventurer should ever die in a place where the wind doesn't blow. The wind has to bring your spirit back to Mondstadt.
That's right. To die in a place where the wind blows and to have your spirit carried back to Mondstadt on the wind, that's the dream.
Yeah. Although, the most I can aspire to right now is beginner's commissions, like clearing out the slimes clogging up the sewers.
You shouldn't die in a place with no wind. Why do they keep going on about that? Is that why Stanley thinks the Mare Javari is the most terrifying place in the world? Because there's no wind there?
Traveler, I believe I've made a small discovery. Could I ask you to use the Nernama detector once more?
What? Stanley has an imaginary friend?
It seems his imaginary friend is a seasoned warrior, covered in scars from head to foot, and a look of staunch determination on his face. Oh, you thought so too, huh? I agree. He wasn't telling the whole story.
Please excuse me. I'll be leaving now.
Bye, Stanley. Do you two still have time to spare?
What is it?
A few days ago, Stanley got drunk and told me a secret. Something he's never told anyone before. The weapons he took on his adventure all those years ago, they were none other than those once wielded by Mondstadt's greatest hero, Vanessa herself. The Sword of Brilliant Valor and the Shield of Magnificent Honor. I don't know whether you believe me, but apparently, both the sword and shield are still right here in Mondstadt, over in Dadaupa Gorge. Since you guys are the experts at this, can you come with me to try and retrieve these two legendary weapons? You bet! This is Stanley we're talking about. If I can just get a hold of something impressive enough to show my family what I'm capable of, maybe they'll finally come around to the idea of me being an adventurer. Right now, I'm just a rookie. My abilities are limited, and my parents don't support my goals one bit. So, what do you say? Help a guy out? I can't bring myself to tell Stanley about it, because my reasons are so, selfish. But I swear I'll give the weapons back to him as soon as I'm done.
Aw, poor Jack. Let's help him out. Venti, you coming too?
I don't know.
Oh, one other thing. I have a bottle of rare vintage wine that I had someone fetch for me a couple years ago. Help me find these weapons, and it's all yours.
Dadaupa Gorge, was it? Let's hurry, there's no time to lose. Lo and behold, the Shield of Magnificent Honor.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. It's a chunk of wood. A chunk of scrap wood with the handle attached. Who in their right mind would use this as a shield?
There's also wine stains on it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just taken from a wine barrel.
And yet, my bard's intuition tells me that this is none other than the Shield of Magnificent Honor. Warriors wear their battle scars with pride, and shields are no different. Surely an intact shield is one that has shied away from the battlefield. Is not the broken and splintered shield the one that has fought in countless wars and lived to tell the tale? Though the soldier's body be tired and torn, still they fight till the very end, till they have no blood left to bleed. Such magnificent strength of will. Is that not the true meaning of honor?
You do have a point. Shiny new shields don't stay new and shiny for long. Okay then. Well, maybe if we ask nicely, he'll just let us take the Shield of Magnificent Honor for free. Ahem. Excuse me, Mr. Hilly Churro? Well, okay. You take it from here. Hope you've picked up some Hilly Churlian by now. If not, there's always body language.
Yep, I totally learned the Helicharian. I can speak. See? I can speak.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
Good job, good poopa, good job, yeah, whatever. I don't know what she's saying, but whatever. Okay, almost got.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all.
Well, if you insist, a tune I shall strum.
Okay, good.
Seems cheerful enough. Maybe negotiating will work after all. Oh, yeah! He actually gave us the shield!
Guys, thank you so much! I can't believe I actually found them! Mom, Dad, check out the legendary weapons I found!
An idiot.
Hey, wait! The wine, you promised! And I actually helped a lot this time. What are you doing here, Stanley? Out for a stroll?
Hey, what are you doing here, Bard? Fancy that, huh? You, out for a stroll too?
Oh, that's right. An after-dinner stroll, to be precise. We were also helping a friend look for something.
Paimon's starting to think Stanley might be a fraud. Did Stanley plant the sword and shield here in advance so as to not hurt Jack's feelings?
Adventurers must be pretty familiar with Dada Gorge. You fought battles here before, after all.
You better believe it. I can navigate this whole area with my eyes closed.
Wow. Then I admire your perseverance. And your memory, too.
It's only to be expected of a great adventurer like me. You guys had better watch out, though. This place is crawling with hilichurros. I'll get back to my, stroll now. Goodbye.
Guilty conscience much?
Well, he shouldn't have gotten so carried away bragging to Jack, should he? Although, on further reflection, I must say I'm intrigued. Someone who can't let go of the past and gives up on the present instead. I wonder, if such a person was forced to take their first step towards the future, which way would they go?
What are you talking about?
I'm just musing to myself. Anyway, I propose we take a trip to Angel's Share tonight.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stanley? Why? If only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life was cut short, and all because of a worthless tag-along.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
I think our friend really did make it to the Merjavari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
I fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell your adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Madrivari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. I'm getting too old. Now. Are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Yikes! We're busted!
Go away. Save your questions. And just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Tevat?
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet. Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place. Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my secret.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure, unblemished. I'm just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless. No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
My true name? How did you know? The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always believed you existed.
Will you hand me your old friend's spirit?
I can't believe it. Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember? I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
Huh? Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard!
You made it. Finally.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere. So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider. This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet. It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, Old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant, who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms. Back then, I was but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind, a gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better, or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend. In Old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom, and we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So then what? What happened to your friend?
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course. The suspense is killing, Paimon. Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's had it up to here with you.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes. But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him. Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
This is the best. Yeah. It's kind of make me emotional. Yes, this is kind of big secret that we don't know about Venti. That we didn't know anything about Venti. This chapter, this story quest, explain everything about Venti and his past. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.